Roger Gray CHQ to do some judo with Bobby Rich. Black belt at Jiu-Jitsu, a black belt at Judo.
Today we are working on footwork and power. Nage, Tai Sabaki, Ashi-waza.
Judo or Jiu-Jitsu? Look into the camera, look into the camera.
Judo.
Coming over here, let's just look at a grip. This one was quite obvious, just a little recap. That one's quite obvious. Okay, thumb facing up. Okay, it's here, yeah? For those guys that haven't done any judo or any grip work here, try and keep this relaxed. Okay, I'm not gripping here. Okay, it's not a tight fist. It's mainly gripping from those three fingers on the bottom here. These are feelers. Okay, and you'll see when I was doing that, I'm not necessarily gonna do it if I was fighting in a competition, but while I'm loose, you actually see my wrist turn and my thumb comes up. That's how loose I am there, okay? So nice and loose. Some of you jiu-jitsu guys are still gripping in that clenched fist there. This here, pretty much the same grip, just in a different position there, okay? It's the same grip. Think of those three fingers, okay? Now, to start with all of you, some of you have come down a little bit lower, which is absolutely fine. If you're down here and you're feeling comfortable, it's because you've started there and you've worked on everything else and now you're coming back down here. But as a starting point for good control, sit around that elbow joint for control, okay? Here. Again, relaxed. I'm gonna have my partner work with me and they are here to work with you to help you, okay? So if I'm doing this, I don't wanna see my partner's hands down here, him completely here, there, okay? Lets you work in that space, okay? There. Now look, as I pull, I'm turning that hand. Back of my hand is parallel to the ceiling, there. Okay, not here, okay? 1, 2, 3. Just the movement variation of our entry, okay? Now you see as I'm stepping back with the arm of the sleeve, that's when I'm pulling the sleeve here, okay? Here, boom, boom, boom. Turning my head, nice high pull, looking at the wrist, looking at your time from here, boom. Let's see that pull, let's see that brace. You see this arm here, as I'm pulling, it's coming up a little bit, and coming up and out slightly, giving me that space to come close to his chest. If it's here, I block myself. I just want more power now. He's gonna give me a little bit of resistance. I'm trying to pull him off his heels. Way more power, way more pull. Brief pause, come back up. Just when you do that, sit down into your knees a little bit. As you're pulling, you're standing up, still keeping bent knees. What I don't want to do is here, straight legs pulling someone onto me. Okay, I've got no room to absorb the force. So from here, here. Okay, slight twist, extending the spine. Keep the knees soft. Yeah. Good. Now hold a little bit higher up. Okay, so you're constantly in this like adjustment stage here, because especially in a jiu-jitsu kit, it's a little bit softer, it's a little bit baggier. So you started, I saw when you started there, that's nice. Okay. Pulled in once, your hand ended up here, and then you weren't adjusting in the pull. So next one, yeah, just adjust. Okay, keep that tight. So as you pull, you should feel that connection with your thumb against his forearm. That's it, yeah. Pull, turn the head at the same time. Boom, that's it. 1, 2.
Nage, rotate, cross grip, rotate. Nage, Tai Sabaki.
Ogoshi. Yeah, look at that, it's a little bit low. Think about this index finger up near the collarbone each and every time. You'll come across people if you were to grip that. Yeah. So hold that there. I'll do things like you end up your hand there. Yeah, when you go to readjust, then I will try and break a grip. Yeah, so that's what happened there. So always if you do one, boom, throw, you come out, your hand might have slipped. Readjust, every time throw. Okay, upper body's good. I need just a bit more from that, from the leg, yeah? Reap it. Yeah, same again, you kind of touched it, you're touching it, I won't do it, but you're touching, you're having way too much respect for his leg. Yeah, and I'm not saying be disrespectful to try and hurt him, but it's just, you want to just sweep straight past it, okay? So you're from there, it's just, boom, yeah? You're touching it and you're kind of stopping and then you're relying on here. It should just simply be, boom, wherever your leg, wherever the tension in your glute and your hamstring allows it to go.
Definitely felt different, that one.
Ashi grip here, okay? But basically, that leg is there.
Is that because you...
Back of my hip is on the front of his hip.
Okay.
And then it goes across the front of his leg, below his knee, across the shins, it's there. So I've got that control of the side of his leg all the way around. We're not just hitting it from here and then hoping he trips over it. I'm literally stepping so far into it. Back of my hip is on the front of your hip. It's not there. It's here. Yeah. See the way you're already. Footwork, Ashi-waza, all about timing, all about subtle little movements, okay, to catch your opponent. For me to catch up with him, I need to just skip a very small beat. From here, there. My aim on both feet is to touch and push across. Don't worry too much about your posture for a second. I want you to look down. When you start getting the timing right, you feel comfortable, then you can bring your chest up, start worrying about everything else. And you keep going. As you can see, when I'm doing that, I'm turning my foot. Okay, it's a soft undersole part of my foot there, and you'll see as I'm doing it, it's more of a soft knee opposed to a bent knee. Power is going to be coming from my adductor, my hip reaping across here when I do come to the throw. You don't change a thing, okay? So you don't worry about anything you're doing. And all I'm going to do with my right foot, when it's time, I'm going to circle it back and externally from here, there, there. So as his weight is here, it's pulling out from under him, okay? There. Even that was a little bit too high.
You changed your rhythm. It's because he's still stiff.
No, this is what I mean. You don't change anything. You're trying to keep up. It's all about timing. The minute you start changing things, you'll actually slow down. Okay, grab a drink, tie your belt. Tie your belt. Okay. Okay. Good training, guys.
Not my grips.
Grips. Yeah. So for you, you wait a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Movement comes in. So what theory? So you're coming around. So theory was coming up here, which was great. But then you were here. You'd be just waiting too long to settle. And your attack here was that. Okay. Which at that point is a little bit too late. From here, that's cool. Okay. I can get some purchase on that, and I can turn that into. I can do an Ritchie, or I can turn that in for a Nage-waza. But once he comes in further around and my hips are almost square to his, me trying to do that, I've got nothing there. So from there, I'm going to do a couple of things. I'll either do a double step Osoto, so from here, there. Whoop, whoop, and again, drive. Still use that sleeve. Watch the knees, chaps. But it's quite advanced, and if you do this, you have to think about spinning here, but I have to make sure I step around the knee. I don't want to sit on the knee there. Boom.
I'm not moving enough after that.
Yeah. You have to make sure that when you turn, your body clears his knee. Okay? So from here, I'm now going back against the knee. I'm not from here folding his knee from there. Yeah, so from here, it's a big movement and it's risky, but he's already got here. Yeah, so if you're going to stay in that position and commit, then it's there. Avoid anyone getting both hands around your waist. Here, sleeve, there, from there, step, nice and deep.
So ideally, you only got the first strip, so you know I wasn't committed. As soon as I have that, I should just go for it.
And once you've got here, always think about it like we was talking about it last week. The journey is one hand or two hands, or one hand, two hand, cross grip, whatever it is, but what comes after that is the attack. There can be a little detour in between, so it can be one hand. Haven't quite got the grip on, okay? Yeah. Then I've got your second grip. I'm still moving forwards in that journey. My next thing I'm aiming for is a throw. I've got two hands on. You should be waiting.
Yeah, but again, his posture might be up, he might be a little bit too strong, his knees might bend, but his brace is strong. So from there I need to try and get him off balance. Got two hands on, I need to get him off balance. If I go for a throw here, got me sit down, lift chest up, he's nice and strong. So from there, go on. They keep busy. So if you've got two hands on, be a little bit static with your hands, but at least be busy with your feet. Static with your feet, be busy with your hands, one or the other, but don't just sit there, any of you, sitting in this position, whatever it might be. Or if he's around here, certainly if he's there, letting me do this and he's putting his feet in place, and it's the same thing, it's just flowing. Right, you see Jay flow, you see Jay playing, adjusting, same thing, just playing around. Okay, sometimes I'm not even getting grips. The minute you get a grip, sometimes when you're tired especially, you start, here, just play. Volatile. Go in for something.
I want to say a big thank you, absolute legend, took us for a beast session.
My pleasure.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Real pleasure to have you. Excellent work.